Hello everybody and welcome back to MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, where on a whim, I just checked the mech market here, and look at this. There's a Thunderbolt here. It's not repaired, but it is here for 3.5 million C-bills. I'm gonna buy that, to be honest. That seems great. So, I'm kind of reticent to do this level 80 mission, especially with a Thunderbolt in our inventory that is unrepaired. So to that end, I think we're not going to do that. I would prefer, at this time, that we travel to an industrial hub, which would be back over this way, which I'm going to do. We're going to head off over here. I just think we're not ready to do a level 80 mission. It's a tonnage tonnage maximum of 360, and we're nowhere near that. So I don't think we should do that just yet. We maybe could, but it would be very, very dicey. So I'm going to not do that for right now. I want to check the mech market here. What do we have? Oh. We've got a Crusader, a Marauder, a Quick Draw, a Stalker. A Stalker would be phenomenal. We would be a little bit low on C-bills after buying this, and we would have to repair it still. But it looks like it's in pretty decent shape, actually. I'm going to buy that. Beyond that, I mean, we've got the Crusader here that's also in good shape. We've got this Marauder. We can't afford the Marauder. I'd like a Marauder. No doubt about that. We do that and we would have a pretty decent lance. We would be very short on C-bills. So, to that end, we've got the Stalker here, we've got this Thunderbolt, right? So the Shadowhawk can move here, the Wolverine move here, and we would move the Stalker here and the Thunderbolt here. So that's all well and good. We would need to make some money before we could buy the Marauder, and even then, we'd need to repair, right? So that's definitely a financial issue, but this would be a very powerful lance compared to what we had. No doubt about that. We'd have a Thunderbolt, a Stalker, a Warhammer, and then we would be able to get our hands on a Marauder, which, to be honest, I would probably drive either the Stalker or the Marauder here. Although I don't love this Stalker loadout. It's more direct fire than I would prefer from a Stalker. But we could upgrade that and make some changes. So that would all cost money, right? So the question is, how are we going to go about getting this Marauder? We'll need about 1 million C-bills to make that happen. And the way I'm going to do that, I'm going to sell our lights. At the very least, I'm going to sell our urban mech, which is only 500,000 C-bills. So we're going to do that. I'm probably going to sell this Spider as well. That's much better at 1.2 million. That gives us enough to be able to buy this Marauder, which I'm going to do. Okay, so this Marauder, it's going to need some repairs. The Thunderbolt is going to need some repairs, and the Stalker is going to need just armor repairs. So we've got under 1 million C-bills right now, right? I think maybe we sell one of these two Shadowhawks. Like that. And we use that money for repairs. So this Stalker, we can repair for only 67,500 C-bills. Done. Although I kind of want to check its loadout. So if we check the loadout here, we can see it's currently running dual SRM 6s. I don't like that. I would rather run even LRM 10s. So let's see, we've got SRM ammo here and here. Let's get rid of that. Let's move these heat sinks up to here. We'll leave the lasers in the state that they're in right now, although that might be a little bit awkward. And that would be okay. I want to ditch the SRMs here. And that gives us a fair amount of tonnage to work with. So I would like to have some LRMs on this. We're not going to have the greatest LRMs in the world, but we can put on a pair of LRM ammos, and then we can run like LRM 10s. So these are 5 tons each. That's going to be too much weight, but that's okay. We can put on the LRM 10s. We can repair all of the armor, of course, and that's something we definitely do want to do. We can then drop the medium lasers. This will lose it some firepower, but we don't want this guy to be in close fighting anyway, right? I want this to be standing off and fighting with the large lasers and the LRM-10s. So I'd like to move this heatsink here, move the LRM ammo into this leg. Something like this. So this is not perfect. This isn't hugely how I want this Stalker to play out, but we don't have LRM-20s, and we don't really have a lot of money at this moment, so we'll just start that work. Okay, so that seems fine. As far as the Marauder goes, it's got this AC-5, so we can repair all here. The only thing we're lacking is the AC-5, and we can put in an AC-5 rapid fire instead. And where's the ammo for that AC-5? No, seriously. Oh, it's over in this torso. Okay. So we could do something kind of like this and move the ammo into the leg down here where it's a little bit safer. And then we have 1 ton to work with. So we could put in a heat sink. Did we just... I think I might have accidentally removed a heat sink there. I think that's what happened. Okay. How many rounds of AC-5 ammo is this? 80. Okay, but we've got the dual PPCs on here. So that seems good for now. We'll get that going. That's going to be about 200,000 C-bills. Now, the Thunderbolt is going to be the expensive one to repair. So let's go into the loadout and see what this has got. We've got a large laser here, LRM-15 here. I don't like the SRM necessarily. I really don't like the LRM ammo in the center torso. Let's hit the repair all button. It looks like everything did get repaired. Okay, I'm going to move heat sinks out here. The LRMs are all on this side, so I'm going to move them out of the CT into the legs, like that. That's a safer place for them to be. And then we've got this machine gun ammo. That's going to go into this leg. Okay, so at this point, we've got this SRM-2. And that's about 2 total tons. I think I'm just going to drop the SRM-2. And maybe put in a additional heatsink is what I'm thinking right now. Also, this is a lot of money. So there's no doubt about that. So we can put in a heatsink out over here and then max out this armor if it's not already maxed. 64.56. Okay. So we're thinking like a half ton of machine gun ammo or LRM ammo. Probably. This is valid only. Uncheck valid only. Okay, so we'd be looking for something like a half ton of LRM ammo. So that would be like this guy. I'll buy that. We don't have enough money to actually do this right now, right? So we would want to move like this heatsink up over here and the... Why did that go machine gun ammo? LRM half ammo. There we go. That's what we want. And then we would drop just a teeny tiny amount of armor. Just like that. Okay, so now what we need is money. No doubt about that. So we can... Yeah, those changes will be lost. I'm aware of that. We'll have to redo that. We can come in here and we can sell some things that we have too much of. So that includes LRM-10s. I'm going to sell this down to having about 5 of them. And that's a fair amount of income there. We can sell some of these level 1 medium lasers and level 0 medium lasers. A couple of machine guns can be sold. A couple of small lasers. SRM-2s, we've got too many of those. I sold 1 more of those than I intended to, but that's okay. AC-2 ammo. Not like we need a lot of that. And then jump jets class 4. We definitely don't need this many of them. And then jump jets class 5. We don't need this many of them either. So let's just prune this back a bit. LRM ammo, we can bring that down to 5 tons. Same with machine gun ammo. Actually, we should keep around the single heat sinks. Okay, so now we've got about 4 million C-bills. And that will definitely improve matters. So let's go ahead and hit the repair all. There we go. And we know that we wanted to move the single heat sinks up here and up here. There we go. Machine gun ammo comes down here. LRM ammo comes here and here. And then our LRM half ammo goes here. We drop the SRM-2 and the SRM ammo. We max the armor. And that puts us at 64.06. We need to bring this down and this down. We could put in a single additional heatsink And that's probably what we're going to end up doing right about there. Okay, so there's that Thunderbolt ready to go. That's going to take 90 days to get that guy ready. So if we look at our timeline here, 22 days on the Marauder, 35 days on the Stalker, 90 on the Thunderbolt. We might have to run with a medium because we need to make some money. So let's go to the star map. And at this point, we should start making our way back out over this way. So maybe to like Krennis or something like that. Because we need to get some sea bills at this point. So let's head out over this way and see what is available here. The Marauder has been refit. Excellent. And what do we want to pilot? Do we want to still be in the Warhammer? That's an interesting question here. I kind of want to pilot probably the Marauder right now. That's kind of the in-close unit at that point. The Stalker will be done in one day. We could pilot the Stalker, but we should definitely advance the timeline here. One day, not star map. We have a multiple mission operation and a garrison duty. We'll definitely do that garrison duty. Okay, so I want to advance the timeline one day here. That Thunderbolt is not going to be ready, and that's understood. We need to make sea bills right now. We just spent so many sea bills. So we need to decide what mech we want to pilot. There's the Warhammer here, 384 armor. The Stalker is way more armor. I'm kind of leaning towards piloting the Stalker. It's going to be more standoff. That's maybe okay, though. So if we did something like that, that could be very interesting. Are there any pilots here? Because I was noticing that we're down to 4 pilots, and we definitely want to hire a new one. But there are no pilots here, so that is understood. We'll hire one when we next see one. So I'm thinking we could run this garrison duty mission. It's difficulty 83, but we can use our shiny new mechs to improve that. This is a tonnage limit of 400. Okay. So that is definitely noted, and these are multiple mission operations. I don't know that we want to do that. We're mostly just here for money at this point. So we boost up our C-bill payout, and we could get a pretty decent payout from this in theory. We may want to take a point or two of damage coverage, because it's fairly likely that we're going to start hitting these markers. So like 1 million worth of damage coverage, and then the rest in pay, or something like that. Okay, let's see how this goes.
The mission area is under heavy weather warning. It's going to affect visibility and sensors.
Yes, indeed. And we know that we're going to need to change around these mechs a fair amount. So the Marauder is going to go here, and then I think we'll bring the Wolverine in this slot. The Wolverine is going to be... Well, actually, we should probably bring the Shadowhawk in this slot. There we go. So it would be something along the lines of this. Now, this deployed tonnage is still only 285. We're going to be ramping that up a fair amount once we have the Crusader ready to go. Well, it's going to go up by 10 tons. So this is interesting. We're still going to be pretty under tonnage here. So let's see how this goes. Also, I don't think I set up our weapon groups. Hopefully those are set up in a reasonable way.
Outer perimeter alarm has just sounded.
Not exactly.
Hostile forces incoming.
Okay, let's set our weapon groups here. So the LRM-10, I'm going to put in weapon group 2 with the other LRM-10s. And then the large lasers in weapon group 1 seems fine.
We have a few friendlies here on rotation, but they will need our assistance defending this station from incoming hostile forces. Move out.
So this mech isn't really set up for...
Hostile forces just crossed the perimeter, Commander. They're heading your way.
So they are. We've got this Igor up here. Okay, so range of 900 meters for our LRM.
Let's take that tank apart.
Enemy contacts have breached the outer perimeter. Make sure they regret that decision, Commander.
Cool. So we're going to be more standoffish at this
Additional
point.
tangos en route to your position,
Let's
Commander.
get our lock in. There we go. Much more standoffish. No doubt about that. Okay, So there's 21 enemies.
A fuel storage tank was just ignited. Damn it!
That's a rifleman.
Target acquired.
On
Okay.
the commander's target.
Let's take out this Centurion for now. Okay. So they're just going to keep...
Emergency generator.
Yep, they're going to do that. We're just going to keep hitting the Centurion with missiles for now. We do have a lot of ammo for it, so that's good. Any moment now, this Centurion will go down.
My
There we go.
target eliminated.
This is another Centurion over here. We're kind of getting
Recon
within
has
minimum
spotted
range.
additional bogies, heading along a trajectory that intersects with your
Okay.
position.
Incoming missile.
Rude. Okay. Yeah, the Centurion is pretty close. I kind of want to go after this Hunchy up over here instead. Well,
Target
maybe like
acquired.
this Rifleman. Oh my. That is a Battlemaster and a Banshee. Okay.
Target acquired.
Well. Let's start
New
taking out
target,
some of these
Blackjack.
enemies.
Copy. Engage commander's target.
There are some very powerful units on this map right now. Okay. Where are our allies at this moment? They're just kind of chilling, to be honest. Our allies are absolutely chilling at this moment. Okay, allies. We are getting completely
Target
surrounded
acquired.
right now.
Commander's target received.
Please take out this Centurion. Okay,
Tango eliminated.
good.
Destroyed.
One down.
New target rifleman.
Now, we
Target
need
acquired.
this
Focus
Hunchback
target has
out of
been
here.
updated.
It's really a swayback, but that's fine. He is, of course, inside our minimum range, so all we can really do is fire our lasers at him. But the enemies are coming thick and fast, no doubt about that. Let's work on this Blackjack while our allies work on that.
Amazing, Commander. Nice kill. It's
Cool.
even going critical.
Acquired.
Okay.
Watch it. My
So we have a
last kill is
rifleman
about
up
to
over there.
explode.
This Banshee has got to go. He's closing in. Okay. I'm backing off a little bit here. I would like to be firing on this on this rifleman. Our allies need to take out that Banshee.
Target acquired.
Okay. Banshee has got to go. He is taking a lot of shots, but it's kind of spread over a lot of armor right now. We are whittling down this arm.
Those bastards just destroyed our generator.
Rude. Oh, this guy's looking at us now. Ow. Ow. Where are our allies? Why are they not here? That's my question right now. Allies, please.
The area is taking a beating, Commander.
Oh, yeah.
Don't give them the opportunity to cause any more harm.
It absolutely is. I'm just wondering right now, what are our allies doing? I feel like they're not doing very much.
Heat critical.
Okay. This rifleman is getting a lot closer to going down.
System offline.
Oh, great. Ow. We're taking a beating right now.
Heat critical.
Okay. I need this rifleman gone, like, right now. I was really hoping that that would do the trick. Sadly, it did not. There he goes.
Target destroyed.
Okay,
Heat
so we've got
critical.
this Banshee
Target
over here,
acquired.
right? And we can just work on taking him out.
System.
Break. Commander's target is going great.
There we go. He's gone.
Recon reports additional forces entering the engagement area, Commander.
Amazing.
Be on the lookout for them.
Okay, we need to take out this Battlemaster. There they are. They're landing on the other side. That's kind of good for us, though. We can just sit here and lob missiles at this Battlemaster. And he is taking a lot of damage right now. Okay. I see another pair of heavies. Noted.
Target acquired.
So that's a demolisher up over there. I would very much like to eliminate that.
Gas tank just blew. Don't let them get any other ones.
Yeah, I don't know how much choice we have in the
New
matter, to be
target,
honest.
Battlemaster.
Damn me, it's component destroyed.
Okay. Doing what we can on this Battlemaster.
We just lost a generator.
Yeah, that'll happen. The Battlemaster is taking a lot of damage,
System offline.
but we overheated. Okay. So overheat is definitely an issue,
Component lost. Need support.
but the Battlemaster is down.
Target acquired.
Okay, we see a grasshopper
target,
and another
grasshopper.
Target
grasshopper.
received. Engaging.
Grasshoppers are not the biggest of threats. Okay, let's get going here. I don't know if we can actually hit that demolisher from there. No, we really can't. We can maybe soften up this grasshopper a little bit. Yeah. Let's get that going.
Ammo low.
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen. I want to use all of our ammo for right now. So we did lose our Shadowhawk, which is not at all shocking. And I'm noticing...
Last time lost.
I am noticing that we are nowhere near the end of this. I kind of think we might have to abort
Mission
this.
abort. Repeat. Mission abort. Rendezvous for evac at nav point Delta.
Okay, so we're in abort now, and that is fine. Apparently, we just get out immediately. Okay, cool. So we're going to abort here with the idea being that was a little too much. That's noted. But we got some good gains there. Definitely. We made some solid progress. Unfortunately, we're not able to get any salvage or pay out of that. And we took 2.7 million in damage. Now, the Shadowhawk is less of a high priority, right? No doubt about that. We really need to get some funds. And we can make those funds relatively easily. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move our Thunderbolt up to here. Our Stalker lost some heat sinks. Okay. That's noted. We're going to need to go to a simpler location and do some leveling up at this point. We need to move to somewhere that is easier, right? So we're going to do exactly that. We have 600,000 C-bills right now. I'm going to plot a jump down over this way. That's going to take 41 days. It's very clear right now that we need to build up a bit of a nest egg, get these mechs properly online, and get them a bit upgraded, right? And then from there, we can start working our way into these higher difficulties. 83 is, I think, a little too much for us. We can hire pilots here. We're basically out of cash at this moment. So we're going to have to do something about that, right? I kind of want to sell the Wolverine here. So we're going to do that. And then the Shadowhawk is going to eventually need repairs. I'm not sure that we want to prioritize repairing the Shadowhawk right now, but let's definitely repair the Stalker here. The Warhammer. Let's go into the loadout and make sure that this automatically fixes everything. We're lacking a single heatsink and a PPC out over here. Okay. So we could buy a single heatsink. That's not a big deal. There we go. That would go out over here. And then we need a PPC, right? So that would go in here. It's a downgraded PPC, but that's acceptable for now. So we'll get that going. And then the Marauder, we can get that repaired as well. That'll be a fairly cheap repair. Yeah. So that'll be a fairly cheap and quick repair. No big problem there. Now the Shadowhawk. The question is, do we want to repair the Shadowhawk? I'm going to go with no, actually. I'm just going to sell the Shadowhawk at this point, and we'll make some money out of that. And then we'll keep around this Jenner and this Centurion, but this is going to become our core lance. And at this point, we're going to need to travel somewhere where we can build up some money, right? Apparently the Magistracy of Canopus wants to hire us here. And they want to give us another Warhammer. Okay. Commander, I hope this message finds you well. A former Free Worlds League-aligned mercenary company known as the Elgiza Ghost Riders got on the bad side of the Mercenary Review Board after they abandoned their contract with the League. The FWLM has issued arrest warrants for the Ghost Riders on charges of dereliction of duty, while the MRB has imposed sanctions on the unit, barring them from any future work. Unwilling to surrender to the League and unable to take on any MRB backed work, the unit attempted to take refuge in the Marian hegemony. In exchange for clemency, the hegemony has demanded that the unit must provide tribute to the Marian dictator, Imperator Marius O'Reilly. Unfortunately, that tribute comes in the form of raiding our star systems. We just received word from Bethonolog, I guess I'll go with, that the unit has jumped into the system, demanding the militia stand down or be crushed under their boot. We don't know what the militia will do, but we doubt that they'll be able to hold back the Ghost Riders for long. We're preparing to deploy the first Canopian Fusiliers, I'm not sure how that's supposed to be pronounced, to deal with this rabble, but they've requested that we enlist mercenary support to supplement their forces. We're formally asking you to come aboard, help establish a beachhead to supplement their forces. I lost my position here. Help establish a beachhead for the Canopian Fusiliers, and assist them in wiping out all Ghost Rider forces. Okay, we'll accept that. So that sounds good. We do have multiple objectives here, apparently. And let's see what we have, actually. So this is Heroes of the Inner Sphere. This is Legend of the Kestrel Lancers. And this is Campaign. So the campaign is wanting us to increase our reputation to 8. Gotcha. What we really need to do right now is we need to build up a nest egg. So let's hop into the star map and let's see what the recommended reputation is in this conflict zone. It's quite high. Down here is much more like it. So let's head down this way. And that'll take 55 days. That'll get most of our repairs done. And that also got our pilot recovered. Is that all of our repairs done? We need to check the timeline. We have another transmission? Oh. Okay, we have to choose between Davian or Karita here. Sure. I kind of don't want to do either of those right now. This is just invasion and defense support. It's the same reputation in Seabills. Yeah, for the moment, I'm going to say no to that one. But we need to check our timeline. This is good. Okay. So now what we need to do is we need to start doing some of these much easier missions. We should breeze through these, absolutely. We're going to have some tonnage limit issues, I suspect. But we should be able to breeze through these easily. I'm going to do this mission, but we're going to move on to somewhere a little bit higher difficulty than this. I would like to go somewhere where our tonnage limit is somewhere around 300-ish. But we need to build up some money. That is very clear at this point. For now, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to build up some money, and we are going to... Well, we need a nest egg. We spent our entire nest egg, but it was worth it. These mechs are much, 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 much better than what we had. No doubt about that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy Magar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse Xenocyte, Hiro Marutsu, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.